Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm legit. This is just a quick video on how to bleed your clutch lines on your Mustang if you have a hydraulic clutch. So this is pretty much for Mustangs with manual transmissions from 2005 to 2014. All right, so I just replaced my clutch master cylinder. That is it right there. That's the back of it, where the lines go in, obviously. And so once you disconnect those lines, you need to get the air out. And I tried, on the forums, people say that you can jack the car up 8 inches and push in the clutch and let it out slowly, and do that for about 5 or 10 minutes. But that didn't seem to work for me, so I looked on YouTube. There was a few videos on how to get the air out with this vacuum pump. And that is the route I went. That's what was successful for me. So I'm going to show you guys the best way to do it. There is a video already titled "The Best Way to Bleed the Clutches on These Cars," but it's not very in-depth, and he uses the wrong terminology and stuff like that, and terminology is very important when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and how to do it the right way. All right, so the first things you're going to need for this job, of course, brake fluid. You're going to need to top off the reservoir. A couple racks never hurt. I'm going to show you guys. So to take out that bottom line, you can see there that little silver piece is a clip. So in order to get that out, I use this blade because it's in there very good. You need something really thin. I just use the blade to pop it out a little bit. Then I got this long screwdriver to pop it out even more. And then caught it with this little magnetic tool thingy. So you're gonna need the vacuum pump here. You just attach the line to the, I don't know what you would call this, the nozzle. And then you use the brake bleed attachment, I think it's called, like this here. And then another line. This is going to actually go into the line on the master cylinder itself. So this is what the vacuum pump looks like in the way that you need it. All right, so first things first, this little AC, I think it's the condenser. You can use a bungee cord or anything to keep this out of the way. But basically, so you have your line coming here from the master cylinder reservoir that goes into the master cylinder, not the slave cylinder. So this is the line that you need to disconnect. This is the only one you need to disconnect. If you're changing your master cylinder like I did, you need to pump the clutch until it gets firm, and so you can get some fluid in there, because to do this process you need to get the fluid, and you need to get the fluid in and the air out. So the first thing you need to do is you're putting your pedals back together or something like that. You need to go ahead and first make sure your pedal is firm, get it as good as you can, and then you want to get the air out. So I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again, but I'm going to give you guys a good demonstration on how to do it. So you're going to grab your vacuum pump. And just imagine that you have this line disconnected. Again, I'm not going to do it because I've done it already and I don't feel like doing it again. So this line fits into this line coming from the master cylinder reservoir going into the master cylinder. So you disconnect this line and you put this inside of there. It fits really good. It fits really snug. You don't need a clamp or anything. It fits right inside of there. So you got that going. Once you do that, you're gonna pump this up to 20. Just pump it up to 20 and let it sit for a minute. Let's get your penis pump. Oh, I keep saying that, vacuum pump, man. Get your vacuum pump up to 20, at least 20, and then let it sit for a minute. And then once you do that, you're gonna hit this little trigger on the bottom. Let all the air out, and then you're going to go inside the car. All right, so now that we're inside of the car, we see we got our clutch pedal there. And the way that it was described to me is that you want to use the clutch popping technique. So basically you're going to push the clutch all the way down and then slide your foot off to where the clutch just comes back and like almost hits you in the penis. You're going to do that 15 times. I'm not going to keep doing it because I've already done it. So you can see the clutch is in all the way, and then you just slide your foot to the side. And you want to do that 15 times. And you just want to repeat this process. I did it 3 times and my car is good to go. My clutch engages at the very, very top of the pedal, the way it was when I first got it. So that's what you're shooting for. So once again, it's just very important that you follow these directions. So on the video I was talking about, the guy said to put the line, connect the line to the line that goes to the slave cylinder. The slave cylinder is in the transmission. So if you disconnect that line, you're pushing the clutch in and it's not doing anything. It's taking fluid from this, but it's just going to push that fluid right out, so you're not doing anything. This line goes to the master cylinder, not the slave cylinder. As long as you get that terminology correct, you'll be good to go. The master cylinder is right here. The slave cylinder is in the transmission. So I hope that this video helped you guys out. I wish there was this video when I was trying to do it, but I got it done. I got it figured out. You just want to make sure first you fill up with brake fluid, right? You get all your stuff connected and you pump that clutch until you get some firm pressure, you get some fluid in that master cylinder. And then thirdly, you want to connect the vacuum pump to the line that comes from the reservoir to the master cylinder, not the slave cylinder, master cylinder. So you want to get the line connected to the master cylinder line coming from the reservoir to the master cylinder line. So master cylinder, not slave cylinder. You do nothing to the slave cylinder. You get that line in the master cylinder line. You pump it up to 20, let it sit for a minute, let the air out. Do the clutch popping technique about 15 times. Do that 3 times. You should be good to go. If this video helped you at all, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more of my content. Thank you.